Hi, living in Boulder Vlog. I think I'm gonna go ahead and upload this video at the same time as the other video yesterday because I forgot to. Oops. I'm like not very responsible. I lost my earbud the other day and I ordered the wrong thing on Amazon the other day. I'm just like, my brain's melting. So yesterday I returned the dealio on Amazon. The $100 microphone I got. All I got was a microphone when I tried to buy $150 for a microphone, the cable, the stand, the cable in the stand, and the headphones. So, but those suckers are gonna come today, but they said by like 10, so I guess it'll be the night time. So that's a good reason for me to keep working on my site, which I got so much to do. I don't even know how. I never organized all of my, over the last like 15 years, I've been like just various websites, screen captures, downloads, memberships. There's a website, Her Biceps. What else? She Muscle. And I would just shift through, like, a lot of it was porn, but a lot of it was lifting. Actually, I think She Muscle was not porn, it's just lifting. And then YouTube, and then recently I have Instagram too, although not as much as I should. But the problem is, I never organized or named it. You know, you just like, it's just all these random numbers. You know, you go on the keyboard and you just deal with it later. And they're not even organized really. Like I labeled folders, but then I go in and half the videos in there are supposed to be in another folder. So I'm glad that I didn't dump. I'm working on dumbbells right now. I'm glad I didn't create a list first before making sure they were all fixed on there. Because when you do that, you can't really. The way that my lists are designed is you can't just stick something in the middle. Like once it's done, it's done. There's no editing it because I have 1 through 10 coloring, right? So if I put something at 89, you can't have 2 9 colors in a row. That screws everything up because then like, or it looks wrong if you have 2 9 colors in a row. And if you make the 9 color to this number, then it won't be the next number. Like numbers have to align with the colors. So that's why it's important. You like it. So if I find any extra like bench press or something, because I already did bench press and squat, and if I find another one that's in there, which I might, or if I do on the YouTube or Instagram or something, I can't just put it in my list, you know, or else it screws up the list, or I have to rebuild the list, and then I don't do that. I don't rebuild lists because that's a waste of time. You just build it once. That's why I have the whole rainbow crystal thing in it anyway. The idea is you build it right the first time and you just leave it. Otherwise, it's not worth it doing it colored like that. It's ridiculous. You would want to do it colored like how, like Apple does it colored, like where you have white and then gray and then white and then gray all the way down, and that way you can just stick something in the middle wherever, and you just make it the appropriate. Oh well, if you did that with my website, it would screw everything up too. But they have it automatically set where you could stick something automatically, and it comes and fills in the white and gray. You know, Apple could probably figure out how. If they do the white and gray that way, they could figure out how to do the rainbow crystal that way too. They should. Rainbow's way better than white and gray. Anyway, I should write them. I should be like, you're doing it wrong. In the future, they're gonna look at these white and gray and think that you're stupid. Anyway, yeah, luckily I didn't build any of the dumbbells yet. So right now I'm going through really flat dumbbell and clicking on them, and because none of them have names, or a lot of them have names, but they just have like, because I did kind of halfway organize it. They have like the weight and the reps. Thank God I don't have to recount all that on a lot of them, most of them. But it just has the weight and the rep. Like this one, 45 pound 10 times. It's like that doesn't tell me. So I have to go in there and look at it, and I write the angle. So if it's filmed like above the head, then I write above. Or if it's filmed below the feet, I write form. And if it's on the side, I say left, right, or like upper right, upper left. And then I write if it's high def or low def, and then I write like what color of shirt the girl has, and if she has big tits, and if it's somebody I recognize, like Teresa Ivankic, who has big tits. And I'm trying to make it so that I remember all the ones. I remember I counted it before and it was 1,611 or something, but that was just barbell. That's not lifting. Like, I don't know how many. That's just barbell, dude. Like, I thought I was like saying that that was lifting. Nah, dude, no. Like, let's see what barbell is right now. I mean dumbbell. If barbell was 16 and 11, I'm trying to get out. Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. So barbell is my site isn't so good. Oh my god, I can't see it. 1356. Damn, the letter's so little, and I've got all this like fucking yawn tears welling up in my glasses. And then dumbbell, so 1356 for barbell, and then dumbbell is 611, right? So if you're talking about, and then of course there's CrossFit, and I'm not going to use all of CrossFit, but CrossFit alone is 833, and then I have a tester, which was just testing myself on form, and that was just one, and then, but if you go to all of lifting, which I guess I'll put pretty much all of them on. You're talking 3,761. So, and the idea is to get all of those on my site, right? So, the idea, because I'm naming them, is that when I see it, the name right there, without the thumbnail, just the name, you know, I know the context, I know the exercise it is, so I don't have the exercise in the list because it's already in the folder. Because you want to condense space so it doesn't go down so far in your list. But I do preserve the names even when they're really long names of when they're YouTube videos, so that you can go and just copy the title and find the YouTube video that way, or I can, when I make the link. Also, anyway, okay, I gotta preserve the name because that's kind of like just respect how people title their own videos. But and it helps me remember. But so within minimal information on there, like the appearance, the depth, the angle, and the exercise. If I look at the title, the idea is that I can remember in my head who it is, even if it's 3,761. Obviously, that's not going to be possible, but it's a fun game to play, and sometimes you can remember all of them in some of the smaller folders, or the ones you're more interested in, or the ones you've been looking at a lot recently. It's kind of like my attitude for the rest of my site. You look at something like books. I have a bunch of books. I can't remember how many, because I think I was still in a process of dumping. I think it was last summer, for like 3 weeks, I was trying to dump all of the historical books on my site, important ones, and I was in the last section. It was like the 1,600 philosophers, and maybe a couple 1,500. Like, I did finish Thomas Aquinas, and after I did them, I'm pretty much done with all of the consequential books from all of world history on my website. So that's kind of cool. But the idea is that I remember all the books, or if I look at the title, I can remember it, and I know what the book looks like. And so I have like 1,500 books on my free audio history book page for Kindle and LibriVox, and which is conveniently around the same number of videos I have on my barbell. But the idea is that you look at this section and you can remember the book. So I think you can. I don't know what they say. They say you can remember intimately 100 people. You could have like 100 friends, and that's why they like companies organize parking lots and divisions in their companies by hundreds. But if you're going into like acquaintance territory, I think they said something like 1,500. Like, you see some people on like Facebook who've got like 1,500 friends and stuff on Facebook, and I think that's like enough for somebody to be able to remember. But then you can multiply that over, because the human brain is powerful, like a multi-terabyte computer. So It's all about context. So you could remember up to 1,500 in a certain context, but then change the context and you throw another whole another 15 in. So yeah, like 1,500 for barbell and 6 for dumbbell, and total of 37, 16. I think it's something that I can memorize in my head. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, it holds value for the scientific purpose, getting an overall vision of how physically fit people are. And then you can draw up the random information when you need it, and talking about just whatever random thing. But as far as my exercise goes, it's good to have a good vision in my head of what's going on up there, so that I can. It's a more interesting world for me, and that I can portray for when I compare myself and I bring myself up the line. So, let's say. So, anyways, over 10 minutes. So, I don't think my mom's going to want to go on a bike ride today, because she went on bike rides the last 2 days in a row. So she probably told me her legs are sore and stuff, but which is fine with me, because I kind of like, today's Monday, and if I get the thing today, that means I only have today to do the renaming, which I have to rename everything. And this is super interesting. Like, I'm doing dumbbell presses. Like, I can do more with the dumbbell. Like, there's more possibilities, and I'm more interested in dumbbell because has to do with my home gym. I have more like personal dumbbell records with my own, like, beginning and end and exercises on my website. So yeah, I just want to see these and finish this finally. The flat incline overhead. I'm even going to go to YouTube and type dumbbell press and just scroll through and see if there's interesting ones that I could then throw in before I put it on my link. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do all day today. I ran out of weed. Like, actually this morning, I woke up this morning. I don't remember when I fell asleep, but I laid down, and I didn't even turn my TV off. Like, I'm one of those like crazy people who forgets to fucking lock the door when they leave the house. I don't forget to lock my door, but I'm like one of those people, like, forget to fucking turn the light off. I fell asleep with my TV on, and I slept pretty much all night long with this huge ass 70-inch TV screen on, white screen. And then I was like, all right, turn the TV off, like just like a half hour before I even got up, because I wasn't even really sleeping the whole night. I was like catnapping. So anyways, I'm like not diurnalized, because it's like 6:80 or 6:50 in the morning or something, and I think I'm well rested. I didn't lay on my belly because I was tired. I lay on my belly because I was like, just wanted to rest a little bit from the work. So yeah, maybe I'll go into the store now. Oh, I have to go to the store and get toilet paper, which I buy like once a year. And maybe an energy drink, because I've been yawning. And yeah, go back here and just name these. Just look at them and name them, which is really fun. It's fun to look at, because I'm like watching chicks work out. And a lot of them, I'm counting the reps and the weight too. A lot of, So anyways, I'll get as far ahead as I can. This is an interesting part of my site. I mean, you can click on the link, the lifting page, and it's like, yeah, it's like big. And I think the links are even more or less working. So finally, I'm like, yeah, I feel like I went up a lot just from fixing out one page. So, and now I can use it on my website. So, on my show, once I dim the TV some. So, okay, yeah, last the dispensary opens at 9, so I think I'm gonna get some weed. One last day of smoking weed, why not? Because I'll probably want to be high also for when because I haven't even hooked up my gear yet, because I'm still waiting on my microphone. I got like this cable that connects the the mixer to the switcher, and I haven't even plugged that in yet. And yeah, so once I plug everything in, I'll be like a fish out of water, banging on buttons, being like, what the fuck is this thing? And like, what can they do? And it'll be better to be high, because I'll be more thinking about, oh, wow, like, look what I have and what it can do. I'll be marveling over that more than I'll be thinking about how confused I am, And then that'll kind of be, it'll be like a bubble floating up in water. I'll be like, oh, wow, okay, what? And I'll be totally content with just learning in baby steps. You know, like a kid flipping the light on and off over and over again. I'll be like, that does what? And then I'll watch the tutorial and it'll be really interesting. And I'll learn better that way because I'll learn it more thoroughly and relaxed. What I want to know how to do is drag. I need to get the IP address. And I mean, I might need to buy like do you need to buy like Ethernet? I don't even know if I have all the hookups I need. I need to learn how to drag on FTP, which I already paid the $10 for FileZilla from my computer over to the HyperDAC, and then learn how to drag the video from the HyperDAC to work on my ATEM and then show on the TV. So as I'm learning all that, I mean, imagine how fucking tripped out I'm gonna be if I'm high. I'm be like, what now? Who? Because I'm fucking 47 years old, dude. I remember like it was yesterday before there was even internet. And now I have a whole goddamn television studio and I can upload as much as I want to the whole world. I'm like, give me some dank diggity dank to smoke. So anyways, that's enough talking. I think I'm gonna upload my third and fourth day today at the same time. It's complicated because I can't just upload stuff directly from my phone. I have to drag it to my computer, and then now I have to. That's a bad excuse because it takes a second, and then I upload it. So, anyways, I think this is the first time I upload two at a time. Anyways, I should stop the video now because the other one just shut out on its own after about 15 minutes. All right, later. And the one before that after like 21 minutes. Oh, right. I remember what I was trying to say. Fuck it. Let's just try to say it one more time, and hopefully the computer doesn't shut out. I just deleted everything off my computer. My computer doesn't fucking have anything. My phone, I mean. So I said, when I start remembering my dreams, I can remember, I see parallel universes in my dreams. So like I have a dream, and I didn't have a dream last night, but I had a dream like night before last night it was like parallel universe. Because like that's how most of my dreams are. Like I dream of like the world. It's the world. It's this world. Only in my dream, there's people who don't even exist. And the world looks different. Like the world's usually bigger. Like it's the same cities and the same towns, but they're bigger in my dream. There's more technology, and there's people who don't exist, and it's a more healthier world. It's like generally, I mean, sometimes there's crazy shit going on, but a lot of the time, like when I'm walking around, I just have a feeling that it's like a general healthy world. It's like like I mean, in this world, you live in a perfect utopian world right now. Just hang out with other perfect utopian people and keep the drama people away from you and let those drama people cause shit with each other, and they can have their little hell world, and then you and your friends who only like positivity have your positive world. So that's kind of like what my happy dreams are like, parallel universe dreams. But anyways, it makes a really trippy world for me here in this world because then I'm looking at this world like it's just another one of those trippy ass parallel universe worlds where anything can happen and all kinds of magical stuff. And I mean, we're gonna freaking land on the moon in 3 years. So it's like, damn, like stuff's happening. We're going to the freaking Mars in like a couple years after that, like humans and stuff. So it's super trippy. Like it's actually trippier to not be high. I use the weed for relaxation and for the work that I'm doing and stay focused on learning, but like life in general with exercising, to incorporate my dreams. And I'm going to talk about my dreams too. Like when I was doing my living in the van vlog, I was talking about my dreams because I wasn't smoking weed. The first like 10 minutes, 5 minutes of all of my vans were my dream. So, and the cool thing about when you're talking about your dreams, it like opens up that part of your dream brain. And then you're talking about, you can remember all of your dreams. And that puts you like in touch with all of your other past time of your life now and kind of brings it all into context and kind of opens your mind a lot and reorients you with who you are. So it's kind of like stepping outside of like a shell when you suddenly stop smoking weed, especially when you've smoking weed for a long time because everything's so new and fresh. It's like literally like the world comes alive and everything comes to light, to colors, bright colors. When I stopped smoking weed and I remember my dreams, which is interesting because when I first started smoking weed, like first time I got high in high school, I was looking around and stuff was colory. So yeah, it's like complement each other. Anyways, let's keep this under 10 minutes. I'll talk to you tomorrow when hopefully I have my microphone and I've got all the gear and I'll be talking about how I'm figuring out how to work my gear and that I didn't finish my website in time, but it looks kind of cool anyway. So, and then I'll just finish on my time slowly after that. All right, keep it under 20 minutes. Talk tomorrow.